Well, as promised, we're making another video for you guys. Been been kind of on a long break this winter from this project anyway. Lot of kids stuff going on with the hockey and everything, and just been too busy to work on the car. The picture in front of you, this right here is. These are 1/8" pieces of aluminum. There's actually two here. I don't know if you can see, there's one behind it. One's for the driver's side, one's for the passenger side. What I did was I used some construction, thick construction poster board, and I created windows from that, or window templates, and then I created some DXF files off from taking measurements off from that, and then these pieces were laser cut after I sent a DXF file to a company that does laser cutting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those for my dummy windows and make sure that all the air gaps are right, so that they slide up and down in the whisper channels and the rubber channels, and if the size is right and everything's good, I will send those DXF files to a company to have tempered glass made. Obviously I don't want to have the tempered glass side windows made. They're pretty expensive if they're not quite right. So I can manipulate this aluminum around. If I have to build up an edge, I can, or whittle down an edge. So anyway, that's why I had those done, and you can see them in front of you. Let me move them out of the way. What I was talking about when I put point this, make it up just a little bit. Okay. So anyway, when I posted that material the other day on the forum, what I was getting at, I'm working on this I guess you'd call it like sort of like a pinch seam is on a car where they put this bulb seal, and this stuff is actually 1/8" fiberglass angle, and it's 1/8" thick by 1 by 1, and I bought this from McMaster Car Company. So it's kind of nice. It's really, I thought it was priced pretty fairly. So anyway, I'm cutting it and I'm creating this seam, and what that's going to allow me to do is have that bulb seal come all the way around, and one nice seal all the way around the body, and then obviously it seals to the door. You can see, let me get behind the camera. Take it off this tripod. You can see right here where I had to cut slots in it, allow it to be flexed, and then I also cut slots in the face of it. And this allowed me to flex it around and get it to how I want it. At this point right here, I'm going to have a tempered glass back windows that will be probably glued in place with like urethane glue, so that the seal can continue. This is kind of hard to do with just one guy. Anyway, the seal will come up and hook on here and then come around. These pieces right here on the body, they're actually a little bit too close to the frame, and with the bulb seal on here, it's actually flexing the frame out, which I think Chris actually talked about maybe on his thread, and I think he asked me about it on my thread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with a parting wheel, and I'm going to cut this lip off, and then I'm going to take some more of this stuff and kind of come in from behind and glue it up above and have it sticking down. And by doing that, I can adjust it in and out until the bulb seal is compressed just right, but it doesn't force the window frame out beyond the body. So that's what I'm going to do all down through here, and then up in front here I will continue it and bring it right down here and meet up with this. What I'm gluing this stuff down with is Fasco, and so this is the stuff. This is actually Fasco 110, which it works really good too. It's really stout epoxy. But what I used on the angle is I used Fasco 88 clear, and the 88 clear is fast setting. So what I did on this is I sanded the surfaces and got them prepped, and then the epoxy is an equal 2-part epoxy, so you mix it 50-50. And then I applied it, and I actually just held on to this. I had marks on there where I wanted to make sure that this bulb seal is compressed just the right amount. So I marked it, and then I just held on to it for 6 minutes instead of putting screw holes through here, and then it's set up. So it sets up in about 6 or 7 minutes, and then I think it's fully cured in like 15 minutes. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fill these slots with 3M HSR, high strength repair filler. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do here. So my battery's starting to go dead on my camera, so I'll have to pause it and charge it some more, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what I've got going on.